Good evening, people, and I have decided that now I can seem to reliably record retro consoles. I'm doing Super Mario World because it's the only game I can play that has a save system. And it also is the only game I own that I'm relatively comfortable with, save for Sonic 2, which I own for the Sega Genesis, but I'm going to be doing it on the PS3 Ultimate Sega Collection because, well, that has save states. And I don't consider save states cheating, just to deal with it. So anyways, I know it's cliche, but let's play Super Mario World. This is... You know what, let's make this my practice file. Let's erase this, and I am going to tell you right now, while back during the 8 and 16-bit era, I was the master of 2D platformers. Now, I'm not just rusty, I'm fucking broken. It is embarrassing how terrible I am at this game, which I've only beaten once because I did not own a Super Nintendo. But I at least was relatively competent. Now, oh my god, it's... Well, maybe you'll see. I wanted a Super Nintendo growing up, but I think back in 1991, Sears had this thing around Christmas time where if you drew a Christmas picture, you could win a Super Nintendo Entertainment System with Super Mario World. And I can't draw worth shit. I can barely color. But I tried so fucking hard to draw a decent Christmas picture, and it was the best and only picture I've ever drawn in my life. And I did not win. This is not why I am better. The drawings that did win were fucking terrible and ugly. So, yeah, I should have been mad at Sears, because they were the one who did the contest, but, you know, 8-year-old me couldn't comprehend that, so I was mad at Nintendo and decided, fuck it, I want a Sega now. Saying that, back during that day, the Sega console was probably more inclined to my taste because, well, it had more of the, more of the brawlers, more of the fighting games, and more of the, 2D platformers, where the Super Nintendo, yeah, they had share too, but it was primarily known for RPGs, whether they be action RPGs like Terra Enigma, Illusion of Gaia, and Zelda: A Link to the Past, or JRPGs like Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger. I did not like those kinds of games back then. I'm still not a fan of action RPGs, save with... I'm running out of time. Anyways, I'm not a big fan of action RPGs, save for one exception, Illusion of Gaia. I don't like Zelda 2D games. I find them just weird. I get lost too easily in them. And I grow bored of them. And, well, JRPGs, I keep pressing the B button, which is causing me to pick it up. When I first played Final Fantasy back when I was, oh, fuck me, I just went in, oh well. When I first played Final Fantasy on the Nintendo, I was, let's see, maybe 6 years old, and I had no idea what I was doing. I went around town. I knew I had to rescue the princess from some cave in the northwest. I had my party. I'd go out into the overworld. I'd get attacked by goblins and die. Well, I looked around town for more, realized, oh, there's shops, so I'd buy weapons, I'd buy armor, I'd buy magic spells, and I'd go out into the overworld, and I'd die by goblins. Never occurred to me that I had to equip my weapons and my armor. So, yeah, and I tried. When I realized that I could cast black magic, I made a party of all black mages, bought a bunch of black spells, and I'd run out of the black spells, get attacked by goblins, and die. I eventually made it to the point where I could visually see the cave, but I never actually made it inside. Now, RPGs, JRPGs like that are probably my favorite style of game. Oh, fuck, I forgot about the mushroom I had on save, but oh well. I played the original Final Fantasy for the on the PlayStation version. If I can play the updated version, overall I will. It's just you know, I did not grow up with a Nintendo. I wanted a Nintendo, but I did not grow up with it, and now that well, I shouldn't say I have a Nintendo. I have a console that plays Nintendo games. I don't know what games to buy for it, because I didn't know. I don't know. I didn't grow up with Nintendo. I have DuckTales just simply because I remember playing that at a friend's house and it was fun. Aside from that, I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. The games that are known for the Nintendo, I have available on my 3DS, and I am not going to buy Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario Brothers 3 or the Mega Man series from my Nintendo when I have it available for my 3DS. If I were to record Mario Bros. Or Super Mario Brothers, I'd record the All-Star version just simply because, not even so much for the updated graphics, I find it controls easier. Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot about Switch House. But, yeah, Dragon Warrior, which is a game I am somewhat interested in, does not play on the console I do have, which is the Retron Hyperkin 3. And yeah, I'm not going to buy a bunch of games twice when I already have a digital copy of them. Maybe if I ever get a Wii U, I'll record off that, but the only real interest I have for the Wii U is Super Mario Maker, and even then, I can't be bothered. I've actually only ever owned one Nintendo console in my life. Well, I shouldn't say that. I bought a Super Nintendo a couple of years ago used. Obviously used, but yeah. I bought it at a bazaar, and that was it. I owned an N64. I asked for Christmas on the launch year, which I believe is 1996. I had Shadows of the Empire for it, which is a Star Wars game. At the time, I was a big Star Wars fan. Now I just can't be bothered with. I haven't even seen the new Star Wars movie. And while I was amazed with the graphics at the time, looking back, they're fucking ugly. The transition from console 2D to console 3D was harsh. The N64, it had some decent looking games, but in all honesty, it's kind of sad when a launch title like for the last gen system looks better than the majority of the games for the current generation, which was the N64 generation. The PlayStation had some decent looking games on it, but most of those games were 2D platformers. I can only think of two 3D platformers for the N64, and let's see I don't have my Nintendo carts nearby on me. One is a game I did not grow up. Well, actually, I didn't grow up with either of them. One is the Kirby N64 game, and there's another one, and they were fucking ugly as well. When the jump from 2D to 3D happened, I lost interest in platformers because 3D platformers were boring to me. I became more interested, ironically, in RPGs, which, back during the 8 and 16-bit days, I fucking had it, but I was more mature back then, more grown up. I knew what to expect, and the RPGs of the PlayStation era were a little bit more user-friendly than RPGs of the 8-bit Nintendo era. They had tutorials, which were a bloody godsend, because even if you read the manual, which games actually had back then, I miss manuals. But yeah, oh shit, I didn't want to do that. Oh, did I just die? The first boss? Oh well. Oh great, I'm small, I tend to... Well... Oh, I told you I was rusty, but this is pathetic. So yeah, don't run ahead. This is not good, but yeah, during the N64 PlayStation era, I was more... Wait a minute, I still have that flower? Just grab it, man. Anyway, there was more transitioning from platformers to JRPGs, and that was what interested me back then. I can't stand Super Mario 64. I know people love it, but I find it to be one of the worst games I've ever played. It forces you to collect stars, which is bad enough, but it jumps you out of the level every time you collect a star. So it's tedious, which is bad enough to begin with, but it forces you to collect stars just to progress to the next fucking level. And every 3D platformer I've played tends to suffer from this problem. With the exception of Super Mario 3D Land, I can't stand 3D platformers. Maybe I'll have an interest in Super Mario World, and even then they force you to collect star coins to eventually progress through the game, but you'll probably naturally find them throughout the course of the levels, and it doesn't force you to collect them to proceed through every fucking level. Anyways, I am going to save my game and end it here. Thanks for listening to my rants and watching me play a cliché game that I was going to do, but I didn't want to be my first. Oh, well. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone.